Keeping on the come up with a 211 in my mind, persuaded by the devil, gripping on my black plastic now. Searching for a lick that I can hit with murder in my soul. Swinging bending corners in the 67 Elko.
Marshall D. Teach is my favorite character in all of One Piece, and the BB Pirates are by far my favorite pirate crew. I've been gathering info on these guys like a madman for over a month now, and I'm finally done, and the things I've found were very satisfying. Now my fellow crew members, join me on a voyage of darkness as we dive into the past, abilities and future of the most mysterious pirate crew in One Piece, the Blackbeard Pirates. Be warned. This is long as I'm going into detail with all the Blackbeards. Teach is currently 40 years old. He was 38 before the time skip. Teach was on Whitebeard's ship for 25 years, which means he was 13 years old when he first joined Whitebeard. Until then, Teach already had his plan in motion. Teach had already made his crew, and the original members are Jesus Burgess, Van Augur, Lafitte, Doc Q and Ivalo Pizarro. Yes, Ivalo. I'll get to him later. The original Blackbeard pirates are heavy believers in fate, and there is a reason for that. Also, each Blackbeard pirate represents something negative or sinister. I'll explain everything in a timeline scenario to better organize things. The Ancient Kingdom, who are all Ds, was defeated by the 20 Kingdoms. One of the things that led to the D Kingdom of Ancient's downfall was the betrayal of the Marshall D family. They feared the D Kingdom would lose the war, so they stole the ancient weapon Uranus and gave it to the men who would later become the Gorosei. They wanted to remain wealthy, but instead of being rewarded for their help, the Marshall D family were killed off to near extinction. One of the killed Marshall Ds was the most evil, and its soul forced its way inside the wand of Uranus, and when the Gorosei transferred harvested souls into fruits, the Marshall D soul moved on its own and possessed a fruit, becoming the first and most powerful devil fruit, the Yami Yami no Mi. This action was most secretly witnessed by one or more Marshall Ds, and they memorized the fruit's pattern and the Yami fruit, awaiting the day when the rightful Marshall D comes to claim it. The Marshall D family passed this information from generation to generation, hoping a Marshall D will find the Yami fruit and fulfill their will of taking their world back. Generations passed on, and eventually, fate had an eye out for someone. Kid Teach looks miserable. By why? Because he was an outcast. Teach was born with a birth defect called chimera disease. He has twins living inside his stomach like a parasite, which technically means he has 3 souls. This caused him to have a bloated stomach and toss in his large nose and face. He looks like an ogre. Teach was probably teased by the other kids for looking like a freak. Not only that, Teach had a DF. Mythical zone, model Oni. Oni are fat, has 3-fingered claws, has 3 eyes, and their teeth fall out a lot. Fate is cruel. However, it was Teach's time to learn about the truth of his family. His guardian told him the truth, and Teach realized that his curse was actually a blessing. Instead of aimlessly hunting down the Yami fruit like his ancestors, Teach was smart. He thought of a long, clever and calculating plan for becoming the strongest. The first step is building a crew.